So I came here when I was 2.
Oh yeah, you were born in
Never
Mexico.
went back.
Wait, you were born in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I just don't have anything to go back to. I don't know family over there or anything.
Oh, your family's here? Or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know anybody from over there. I've heard a lot of bad stories about over there, so I don't want to go over there.
Right, yeah. To go back to where you're from?
When you go over there, like, they know you're not from there, you know?
They definitely know. They can spot it. Like, even
they're
if
going to be charging me more for everything, like a tourist.
I know, no, for real. Even if you're speaking Spanish, like, they fucking know when you're fucking
an
American
kid. Yeah.
I'm glad I have, like, Mexican, like, or just, like, Hispanic clients, because I want to keep speaking Spanish. Like, I like keep speaking Spanish, so I want to, like, get more fluent in it and, like, know how to speak it, like, properly and good.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, that's why I mostly listen to, like, Spanish music anyways.
Me too.
And then there was a time where I was like, oh my god, I think I forgot a few words. And I started watching novelas again.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, my favorite one, Teresa.
Oh, I know. I love that one. Oh, like, but if you were Teresa, would you want, like, the rich guy or, like, you love the guy? Remember she loved, like, Mariano?
Oh.
Like, he was poor.
Yeah.
But they had, like, that connection. Like, they loved each other.
Yeah.
You want to go with the rich guy that's, like, you're just there for the money.
Well, she ended up
no
loving
connection.
the rich guy at the end anyways.
Huh, you're like, so I think I'm going to go with the rich guy.
Well, I mean, the poor guy became a doctor, but at a low income.
You're like, but low income?
Low income.
No, okay, so I know your answer then.
Old me would be like, well, if that's what the heart wants, I guess I'll just be poor. Like, I'm wise enough to know there's more in life than materialistic shit. Like, you know, your true love only comes once in a lifetime, you know. Now.
Now. I need that money.
I need that house. I want that mansion.
Fuck love.
Yeah.
Fuck feelings.
Well, maybe because right now that I'm single, that I'm just like, yeah, I need a house.
Right,
know?
yeah.
But if I liked some deadbeat, I'd be like, fuck, I don't care. I love you.
Right. No, if I had that connection with someone, I'll fucking be poor with you. If I'm fucking happy, if I'm happy, I love you.
It's funny, my dad used to always ask me, like, what do you think you'd be happier with, being rich or being poor? You know? And I'm like, rich, duh, because I'm a kid, you know? And he'd be like, but what if you were really rich in life because you didn't have money, family who loves you, and something, like, genuine and real? He's like, would you still consider being rich, or would you rather be rich, like, in other
life? Yeah. I mean, that's a good way to look at it.
And so I'm like, god damn,
I want both.
Yeah.
I want to be rich in life and rich with money.
I think he sabotaged me to liking deadbeats after that.
So it was his fault.
It was his fault. Baby, you ain't got a job. It's okay. We can be rich in life. My dad was always like, I see me like wise and just like trying to teach me true values about life and stuff. But I'm like, well, nice going, Pops.
All right. Look how I ended up.
I know.
For all the values of being a good person.
Fuck being a good person. It's a cold world out here.
I know. They don't give a fuck about you.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Being a good... I know. No, I think that's one thing I appreciate about, like, Hispanics is, like, my dad always taught me to be, like, really hardworking. And I feel like up until, like, now, like, my adult life, like, I've always, like, carried that with me. So,
yeah.
I love that part about, like, Hispanics.
Yeah, they taught me, like, the value of working hard. But then, like, growing up, you're also, like, do you work harder? Do you work smarter? You know? Because... they obviously worked hard, but, you know, there's so many 70-year-olds who can't retire, still working in el campo, and then their mentality is just, like, more old school, traditional, like, there's que chingarle al trabajar, y, you know, like, there's que chingar y así son las cosas, pretty much, like, you know.
Right. No, and there is a downside, because, like, I don't know if, like, your dad was like this, but, like, if I had, like, one day off, he'd be like, why the fuck aren't you at work? Like, ¿por qué no estás trabajando? Like, why are you here? Like, you know, like, go to work.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just a day off. Like, dude, if you lay down for one day, they think like you're a low life that's never done anything in life. Like, they're like, why the fuck
you're never gonna start to be nothing?
Yeah,
levántate, you know, like,
or I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah, I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah, have you noticed like your parents have like physically abused their kids way more?
Emotionally, physically, everything. Like, dude, like my mom or like my parents like tell me like how they grew up. I'm just like, Oh my god, like I feel
They're
so
like, you're
bad.
lucky
Like,
I'm not whooping your ass. Yeah.
It's so sad to hear.
Like, I can't imagine because you don't beat my ass.
Right? Yeah. Like I can't even imagine like growing up like that. Like and even the teachers, like my mom would tell me, like even at school, like they would beat them. Like
yeah, but it was like accustomed to like them hit you with a ruler if you disobey. Because my mom would always tell me like, oh, if we hit you a few more times, maybe you would have learned better to like not be disrespectful, to not talk back. And I'm like, no, but I'm stubborn and I have that heart to where if I will stand up for something if I believe it enough that I'm like, no.
You can beat me to death.
Yeah.
And you'll still stand.
She would beat me and I'd cry and I'm like, no me dolió.
No, it always happened like at church. Like they would always like pinch us.
My
Because obviously they couldn't hit us. Like they'd hella pinch us. He'd be like, shut the fuck up.
My daddy wouldn't just pinch us like that though. He'd make it discreet. Go like this.
Dude, yeah.
And just like
hella low key. When I was younger, like they were hella strict, you know, like because you spend the night at your friend's house.
No, that wasn't allowed.
I know. It took like hella begging. Like my friends had to come over and convince them. She had to call
that
her
would
mom.
not even work on me.
No. Mm-hmm. So you never stayed over at any like?
Well, yeah, because they were really like close family friends.
Oh, okay.
And that's like the only way. But if I say, hey, I want to go spend the night at a friend's house, like absolutely fucking not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it changed when I was like 16 and older.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult, you know.
Right. No, yeah. As I got older, they were like more lenient. They're like, okay, like only my closest friends, you know, like okay, I know her mom. Like, yeah, you can go stay. But like at first, they're like, hell no, you ain't staying. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm like, ¿pa qué si tienes tu casa aquí? Tienes tu cama aquí? I'm like, that's not the point though.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be with my friends.
Have sleepovers and this and that. Like, you know, paint each other's nails and everything. I'm like, oh, honey, you're never having a sleepover.
Oh, no. You getting drunk.
That's what I did.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's always what it was. Like, I had my big-ass bag sneaking, like, 2 bottles in my bag. Yeah. Judge your friends. They're like, oh, your friend did that. Like, it's your friend. Which one influenced you to do that? Like, no one. It was me. Always have my friends' bags too. Like I'm like, no, it was me. Like
you don't know them.
Yeah. You don't know them like I do.
I feel like now, like I understand why parents would always blame their friends though, because it would be like, now you are who you surround yourself with. And so obviously, if you're with like delincuentes over there, you're obviously not up to no
That's
good.
what you're gonna be doing too. Yeah, it's crazy. Like as an adult, how much you realize like what your parents would like tell you, or why they wouldn't let you do this or this. Like as an adult, you're like, fuck. Like now I understand why you didn't want to let me go, or why you did this. You know, but. It sucks that until you're an adult, you realize all that stuff. Yeah. One thing about Hispanics is, like, they're so, like, envidiosos within, like, their people. You know what I mean? Like, they're all hella envidiosos or, like, just haters.
It is like that. I feel like, you know, there's always those people that want to see you do good but never better than them. And those are your tias, you know?
No, literally. Like, the people closest to you.
They talk so heavily on, like, body image. And, like, they like to tear each other down.
Always, yeah. And then, like, I feel like in Mexico, like, they were always, like, concerned about, like, what other people were going to say. Like, oh, my daughter can't be doing that because what is the people going to say, you know? And then I feel like nowadays, like, it's still like that. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, you can't wear that. Like, ¿qué van a decir la gente? Estás loca. Like, don't wear that. Or, like, don't do this. Like, what are they going to say? I'm like, dude, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. They're the most judgiest people I fucking know.
Oh, no, yeah. And the ones that go to fucking church and they're all about God. They're the ones that, like, fucking judge the most. And talk shit. Even if you're at fucking church, they'll talk shit. Like,
yeah. ¿Y qué está haciendo aquí? ¿No vino el otro sábado?